That was fun. Shooting enemies is fun. It's intrinsically fun. It's why we play shooters. So many shooters don't get that wrong. just the act of shooting a firearm and loading it in someone is just great joy. And F.E.A.R really gets that right, but this was not made by Monolith Productions. But it's a good moment now to talk about the AI and the construction of levels and why the F.E.A.R AI is so highly esteemed. And the setup for this area is a good example of why. But after I read Jeff Orkin's that's new. They added pots that blow up. After reading his discussion about the developers conference, talking about how they created the AI for F.E.A.R versus the other games they've done, like No One Lives Forever, he started by talking about the goal that they wanted to do with the AI in F.E.A.R. And can we leave? No, not yet. But he said that the main thing they wanted to achieve with the AI was to free up the level designers to not have to worry about AI. Because traditionally, most AI is formed by, I think it was some process he called FSM. I'm not sure what it stands for, but it's a set, AI have set algorithms that they follow. Subroutines that execute every time. That's designed per area. Like, see enemy in this area, walk 5 feet to the right, get behind cover, shoot twice, show your head at once, expose it once, and then reloop that series of events. And he said the thing about doing AI like that was it eventually the AI became hella complex. The subroutines became really complex, and editing adding anything to an AI's oh shit, they're behind me. Damn this hallway, I'm not gonna do shit in that hallway. Like if you wanted to insert something, like fat enemies stop to take a breath every 3 moments, you have to go inside their subroutine and figure out where to put it. And then have it execute in order. And he said that's traditionally how AI is done. They put the AI based on how the level's built. So he was like, well, we want to make AI that functions pretty much anywhere you put them. And that way we can just focus on making areas and not focus on fiddling with AI. So what they did was, oh shit. Oh, I hate it when they shoot you posthumously. Whoa! Ah, I hit myself with my own nade. Oh, but I got my dual pistols, so hey, it's time for badassness. I purposely shoot random shit in the environment to make the firefights look cool. If you ever wonder, why is he wasting so many bullets? Is he that bad a shot? No. I'm hitting exactly what I want to hit. But anyway, I don't even know how this man lost his arm, but he did. Where was I? Yeah, they wanted to focus on AI that can do things. So they created a process that they coined the GOAP system. GOAP. And it stood for Goal-Oriented Action Planning. The way the AI works is that they plan their actions on the fly. And the way to do that is to put it in layman's terms, because his article was kind of had some complex terms, and I didn't catch all of it. Some of it went over my head. But in layman's terms, what they did was, instead of configuring every AI to have some routine they go through. Instead, they made classes of AI and gave each class a set amount of actions they can do. And they just told them your main goal is to kill the player. How you achieve it, you have this pool of actions in your repertoire, and you have to... Shit! You have to pick on the fly which action... you wish to execute... Damn! You wish to execute towards that goal. So... Basically, they... Oh, no! Fuck! I think I was getting shot from behind, actually. I think an enemy from behind got me. Anyway, but... So, they really just made the AI... mostly autonomous. It's fake autonomy. Because they can't do anything. But they gave them a list of actions that they could freely pull from in order to achieve their goals. And their goals were always... was to go to a place, a node in the environment that acts as cover, and to kill the player. And so, in order to get the AI to not do stupid things, though, they weighted different actions. So the AI would want to take the smallest amount of points in whatever actions they're taking towards killing the player at that moment. So at any given time, the AI is constantly assessing their next action and which nodes are available. Like where I'm standing, they're constantly assessing, is that cover accessible in my go-to command so that I can go to it. And they say, oh, he just threw an A to there. It's no longer accessible. What is the next option that I can pick from to achieve what I want to achieve? And so that's why the AI is always moving, and they're always picking different positions. And he said that the AI is not even programmed to flank you. They're not programmed to flank you at all. They end up flanking you, but that is not a result of smart AI. That is because the way they made their planning system, it freed up the level designers to make smart levels. So really, the beauty of F.E.A.R, yeah, every environment looks the same, and sometimes it's kind of drab. But the brilliance of the game is actually in the level designs and how there's so many different areas for gunfights to happen and avenues enemies can come from. And passages. I read F.E.A.R 2 kind of fucked this up. Oh, shit. How am I missing with a shotgun? I should have kicked that guy, shot the other guy. So basically, if their go-to command is find cover, and you're in a position where there's cover behind you, and all the other cover you've blown up or are currently looking at, there's a few less bicycle kicks in extreme mode. Let's be honest, it's hard. But you get shot bicycle kicking. We'll save them for special events instead of spamming at every enemy. But, as I was saying, if the only available cover that they can access is behind you, they'll walk around the level, because the level's designed in a way that they can actually walk around it to get to that cover behind you. So their goal was never to flank you. It was always just to follow their action planning command of either go to something or to kill. Like that guy's still chilling there. All your bros are dead, dude. They also have a command of closed door! That doesn't stop me! Oh, it wasn't a bike kick, dude. That guy, he had so little time. He had a lot of time to react, actually. He just didn't expect it to be so brazen. He closed the fucking door on me. Yeah, but he said that freed up so many resources, like, and it's convincing. They're on the fly making decisions about things to do versus following a subroutine to the letter every time. You know, in a lot of games, like you can game the AI in that, like, okay, if I walk here, that'll trigger them to do that, this, and walk this and do X and step forward, and that'll work for all that type of enemy, or at least for that area. You can't plan that in F.E.A.R because they're pulling from different things. In fact, even the mice have the same AI that are walking around, and I sometimes, you know, I give them with a little kick, a slide kick. They have the same pool of commands, but they don't have any weapons, so they can never execute a kill command. So they just do go-to commands. It's pretty brilliant, really. He said that players, not since Half-Life, have players like said that, wow, the AI is so brilliant. And he said, like, there's so much room for further AI growth in this industry, given that F.E.A.R is still being used as a benchmark when it really wasn't that complex. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. The strength of F.E.A.R is in its level design and the AI. There was AI for certain segment or species of enemy. But on top of that, to make it a bit more complex, they also did some overarching, like, squad AI. And all it would do was it would look for, like, a set amount of units within a certain area and see what they're doing and what their positions were, and then issue them some overarching command of, like, work together. And the overarching commands are pretty simple, like, move in a line towards the player. You guys figure out how to make that line work, but move in a line towards the player. Or like a covering command of, like, oh, we gotta go out here, don't we? Like, one AI, you move first, any of the AIs, whichever one, but the furthest one closest to the player move first. The other AI shoot, then the other AIs move, and you get like a covering formation going. So yeah, that added a little layer of complexity. And it was within that squad AI overarching thing that looked at what they were doing and just kind of made them work together a little better, that they made the AI seem smart. Because it's there, he said, that they realized that players responded better when the AI talked. And so what the squad AI really did, it had triggers for certain enemies if they were engaged in a certain action near each other to broadcast to the other AI what they were doing. They already chose what they were going to do, but all that did was create triggers for voice dialogue to play. And that is why you hear them go like, oh, what's your status? Get him, flank him, get behind him. It's the squad AI seeing one AI is going to cover that's behind the guy, and it's just saying trigger this audio. It was just audio trigger. That's all it is, and they just like perfected like which audio triggers or what. A really interesting observation about that. I don't know if I explained that all that well, but I think my most interesting takeaway. Oh, I like this painting actually. The blood red leaves against the snow. I don't know. It's nice. If the resolution were so shitty. My most interesting takeaway of that was that they discovered early on that, oh shit, kind of freaky. What the fuck are you doing there? You fucking voyeur, Paxton. You're already dead. I'm watching you. I'm watching you, brother. They noticed early on that players didn't respond well when the AI talked to the player. You know, when like the AI, when there's no one around and the AI is going to say like, "I'm reloading," or "I'm coming for you." They realized that the players felt like babied too, and they didn't respond well. The only thing they did differently is instead they made the AI talk to each other. So they'll have one AI prep a conversation and the other AI will respond. That simple change made it seem to the player that the AI is actually coming up with things to kill you when they're really not. They're working like autonomously from each other, and sometimes they look at each other to say what they're gonna do. That's it. That's the F.E.A.R AI basically. Very interesting article. I recommend you guys look it up. It's not even that long, and it's not too techno-babbly. But it was very, very interesting and elucidating. Just make the enemies talk amongst themselves. So it also helps, it just helps so much. It helps like immersion too, because you really feel like they're out to get you. Anyway, that's my cool discussion about F.E.A.R AI, or what I learned recently.